What if I told you tomorrow when you wake up, you could be anyone, anything, do anything, be anywhere, and all you had to do was choose? What would you choose? Where? And why? Every day that I wake up, I feel that I am waking up to someone that I am choosing to be every day. Growing up, I often felt like an observer of my life and the world around me, and felt that I had very little to do with having influence around me. I would feel petrified whenever I would have to do any sort of public speaking in front of anyone. And a lot of that had to do with how I knew that there was more to life, there was more to me that I had yet to discover. Many of which of that was me discovering my gender identity, being gender fluid, and realizing that I have this feminine within me, and finding what that meant being born male, and feeling like I didn't quite fit either male or female. And that has been something that I have I've connected a lot of dots and feel a lot more whole within my being. And with that specifically, that's been many years that I have come to terms with that. When I was around 17, 16, even sort of 15, I wanted to wear makeup, and I remember the first makeup that I did was with an eyeshadow palette that my mom got me from Walmart, and it was like these circular eyeshadows, and to me it didn't matter. I was so excited to have all of these colors to dip my brush in and put on my eyes and on my face. And it was so soul affirming to be able to express myself in that way and to create art in that way. And that had been part of my journey. Throughout school, I loved creating art, and I would draw a lot and connect with various mediums of art like chalk pastels, color pastels. And even when I look back on art that I created in high school or earlier, I realize how significant it is today of who I am today, with the art of one of my favorite pieces of art that I think back to that I created in high school. It was my sophomore year, and I created an artwork that was reflecting this polarity, this duality that I felt within myself. And it was of this superhero with these glowing eyes and just this really strong, empowered look. And the other aspect of myself was this black and white vampire. And I'm going to insert the photo here. And I have had so many other channelings throughout the years. Even last year, I had a channeling where I had this energy coming back through. And this energy manifests in a variety of ways. How it came through was of the Herald and Wildhero. And the Heart Herald represented, and Wildhero represents these energies that their influence and expanse reached such greatness that their energy was expanding into multiple universes. Even within their universe, it was expanding beyond that. And Wildhero represented this sort of anarchy, every being for themselves, and deconstructing very Shiva energy of, being on your own and in this sort of red ray survival headspace, while Heart Herald represents unity and love and coming together and peace. And that's a whole story that I would love to get into another time. Yet I wanted to bring it up as it relates to the art I had created back then and how it's a journey of becoming. And the reason that the Heart Herald, Wildhero, the superhero and vampire polarity is so important is because I feel that within the collective, we often also experience this of, well, I want to be love, light, and peace, yet I know that there's this shadow aspect of myself that knows that there is a time and a place for chaos, destruction, dissolution, and there is this balance that I find when I channeled Wildhero and Heart Herald. I had envisioned this sort of confrontation between them. Their energies, when they are presented to one another, when they represent a polarity, duality, their energies and how they're, are they going to fight? Are they going to, what's going to happen? And when I had been channeling that, I found that each of them, where Wildhero felt that the Heart Herald was this sort of, what's the word? The word I'm channeling in this moment is soothsayer. And this being that sort of assuaged and found their way through this lightness, yet there hadn't been any dissolution available in their universe, in their realm, energetic realm. And Wildhero found that, and the Heart Herald, the way that in which the Heart Herald viewed Wildhero was of this chaos and destruction and having a no ends to a means sort of mentality. Even though both of their reach had been so extensive, they both realized that they had aspects within each other that would be beneficial to having both qualities of this dissolution and tearing down systems that no longer serve the greatest good of all, and also where there is love, light, peace, and joy to bring, to create, and to build up again. And there is a time and place for both. And later on into my journey, I found the simpler expressions of this as where the Heart Herald represents our light, our lux. And Wildhero represents our shadow, our umbra, and those expressions. And together, when they're harmonized and in balance between creation, dissolution, we find flow, and we also find Omni Lux Umbra. And Omni means all, Lux is light, Umbra is shadow. So all light and shadow. And so I find that this has really helped me to connect with my being when I want to be processing through my light, sharing my gifts here and now with you, or my shadow when I feel a lot of pain around, you know, even here sharing my gifts and finding the balance between that of like showing up for myself and for my community and for you all. And I feel that that is so important, most importantly, to show up for ourselves. And when we do that more, we are able to also show up for all of you and for others that we love. And yeah, I really appreciate all of you joining me in this space here today. I look forward to creating more videos and connecting with you in person. I'm currently local to the Charlotte area. I do energy healings, ancestral channelings, oracle tarot readings. I also am Reiki certified as well. So I love to help beings heal to wholeness and beyond. And I'm so grateful for you joining me here in this space. And thank you for showing up for yourself here in this video by allowing me to be vulnerable and witnessing this vulnerability. It takes a lot of courage and strength and to witness vulnerability, because what we see in others, we can also see in ourselves. And so I would love to connect with you all further, whether that be a comment below, or you would love to subscribe or message me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at atlasmorephoenix, or visit me on our website at atlasisland.co. I am so grateful for all of your love, and until next time, infinite blessings and love all. Thank you.